Healing crystals, skincare routines, knitting a sweater, fitting in jeans. With Katie and Sarah, no need to worry, you're on a lady journey.
Oh my gosh. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Lady Journey.
Welcome. Spring is sprung. We're in a heat wave, and I'm here for it. I am tired of cold, wet, 50-degree weather. That's the thing with New York. They always make but spring is here, and you're like, it's not better than winter.
No.
It's a letdown.
Last year, it was winter until June.
Yeah.
Now, the weather has been amazing for August, not for April. It is concerning, yes. But I am also enjoying it. I'm enjoying a rosé outside.
I had that yesterday walking the train. It was 90 degrees in April, and you're like, this is wild. What does this mean for the summer?
Yeah. It's going to be a brutal summer, they're saying.
Yeah. Well, last year we went to Palm Springs, and it was around the same time, and they were at 100 degrees. I'm like, you're at 100 degrees
Oof.
In the beginning of spring?
Yeah.
And then they're all like, wait till summer when it's 120. And I'm like, I don't understand how you guys live here.
It's like Mars weather. That's like the surface of Venus. That's nuts. I know. I do love that in Las Vegas, though, when you go in the summer and it's so brutally hot and you're like, I'll walk a block to the store. And you get out and you're like,
oh my God. That was really funny. I watched a TikTok about one friend that thinks that Vegas is walkable. And it is really funny because I've had that mindset where I've gone to Vegas and thinking oh, while you guys are doing that, you're betting on sports, I'm going to go over to the Bellagio and check out their mall. And you're like, I don't have a car. I'm not going to do a taxi drive. It takes you an hour to get out of the parking lot of a casino. There's spiral concrete parking garage things that you have to get out. You're climbing over rails.
You're in an adult jungle gym, just scaling the side of a building.
Yes.
Vegas is not walking friendly, and they have the strip, right? But unless you're exactly, because I've done the same where I've been and stayed at hotels that are off the strip, and you're like, well, I'll just walk over to the strip, and then you're just walking along the road with no path. You're just walking on the side of the busy highway. Is this going to end badly?
License plates are being flipped up into your face from the road, and just dust in your eye. You're like, it's not a walkable city. Although I have done the walking on along the strip, and I do enjoy watching the how casinos try to lure you in with Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, I
the
love
Bellagio fountains, and I just love the amount of money to entice you into to spend money. And they have no idea, but I could give a shit about gambling.
I don't care about gambling. But that's what I like about Vegas, because there's something for everybody.
There is. You can go. I like going shopping. There's also quite a few outlet malls on the outside.
Ooh. Mike and I went a couple years ago, and we went to a regular mall that they allowed you to bring alcohol in there. So we had our big, this was when Mike still drank. He had a beer. We were kind of drunk, and he got another beer, and then he spilled it in the mall. We were like, oh no, we're trash. Quick, leave.
Feel trashy. To spill your beer in the mall.
Whoopsie.
They're like, we said we could drink in here.
Yeah. You expect, we're on our worst behavior. I have a 48-ounce long margarita somehow with a plastic straw.
But it's so funny because we're so used to not being able to drink in public here in the States that when you can in certain cities like New Orleans or Vegas or something, it does feel white trash.
Oh, yes.
But in Europe, you do it all the time. And it's funny, I was playing this game is it French or is it white trash? Is it white trash to sleep with your cousin, or is it just French and that's what you do?
That's what you do. Yeah. And you have a cigarette after the sex. Oh my God, it's so funny. I know. It's is it a trailer? Is it white trash, or is it a flat?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. So we're fully into spring. I've just gone to the Comedy Cellar holiday party. You were ill, and you chose to not infect.
I am still remnants. If you can hear the wheezing, the light, and my. You know what I love when you're sick is your voice goes lower register, and you're like, I am a new person, and I like who I am right now.
Hi. Well, we had to cancel a session, and I have to say, I was texting you this, but I'll say it again. It feels great to cancel when you're sick, to be I choose myself.
Yes. Well, the thing too is now because of COVID, I get so self-conscious to show up to a place and I'm just coughing. People think that you're a fucking asshole. And I do have to agree, when I worked in an office and it was an open office, I would be livid when an employee would come in clearly sick.
Yeah, because then it's a total breach of the social contract. Or like if you do something where you go over to someone's house and you're recording a podcast and you show up and they're sick and they didn't say anything and you're just like,
excuse me.
Am I getting the plague now? Like, is that what's happening?
Well, that's how I felt. I was like, I don't mind. Sometimes I'm like, if I was working in office, maybe I would show up like this because I canceled a spot last night. But I actually feel bad getting comics sick because you can't cancel a gig.
No.
Like, you can't cancel last minute and be like, sorry, Indiana, I can't play for the week here. And how are they going to get a headliner on such short notice?
Yeah.
Even club gigs in the city, some of the bookers here make it very, if you feel like you call in sick, I always feel like people don't ever believe me.
They don't. They always act like you just didn't feel like going in. It's
yeah.
like, no, I need money.
I know. You're like, do you think I want to have this feeling that you don't believe me? So they make it very difficult to cancel when you're sick. So I just was like, I don't want to get other people sick. But I have to tell you, when you relent and you just give up to your sickness.
Give in.
Give in, yeah.
Yes.
It is glorious and indulgent, and it makes me not even feel bad for being sick. I was just one big piece of shit on the couch for 2 days straight, basically. And I watched I'm back with Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
You've been keeping up. You're literally there.
I am almost there. I am almost kept up with them. And watched a lot of TV shows. I watched the Secrets to the Playboy Mansion. Guys, how did we let Hugh Hefner? And it was right in plain sight.
Yeah.
He is a complete fucking monster. And also one of the biggest man babies.
Disgusting.
We were like, he's a great human being. He's a man that never left his home and was in his PJs the whole time and just let his friends sexually assault every woman. And it was basically all like the Playboy promotions where they would send him on the road. It would just be like one big like Texas oil tycoon that just wanted a girl to have sex with that he would force himself onto.
Oh, it's disgusting. I watched the movie vicariously through my boyfriend. And because he said he was like, don't watch it. I'm telling you, it's so fucked up. And I could tell it was bad because it started the first 2 episodes. He was like, I don't know. Like, some of these girls, they want to be famous. They're saying stuff went wrong. And by the end, he was like, he was a monster. It was a sex cult. And it's like, wow, that is quite, he's like went from being like, I don't know, everyone's trying to get something. He's like, believe women, believe women.
It was, yeah, it's wild that we were like, he's just having fun. He wouldn't even like, he's all like, we're a new kind of love. But if you dated him, you had to fuck everybody that was there with him.
Yeah.
Or like you had to do exactly what he wanted to do. And then if you wanted to date other guys, he would not let you.
And he was only dating women that were like 21 too.
Yeah,
and he was just like 80, Yeah.
That is wild. And even up until the end, like the last wife Crystal Harris, I was like, she's so attractive and so young. What are these women doing with these guys? Like, I cannot, no matter how much money, I would not want to sleep with a guy like that.
I know it's like they always end up being young. It's like, I guess I probably would when I was 19. I'd be like, he seems fun.
Yeah.
Because like he had the brain capacity of like a 19-year-old man, and he never emotionally matured.
He just and then he figured it out by just having like a sex porn or whatever. And I will say it tastes better than most.
Tasteful, yes.
And good articles. But like, was he really putting in the hard work?
Was he doing the work?
It's just like this guy just like figured out how to like win the system.
Yes, exactly. He was just totally a sociopath.
Yeah.
But I love in show. I did watch like 1 or 2 of the first episodes, and there's a character in there who I thought was so hilarious. He's a former butler, and he's always wearing like a cravat and like a beret.
Yes.
And he's like, he just hates Hugh Hefner, and he just gives these insane facts. Like he's like, I never saw him eat anything other than M&Ms and Twizzlers.
Yeah, that guy. I remember hearing stories like when he would go to Paris, he would have to get like chicken nuggets brought to him, and I'm like,
So
what
gross.
a fucking. And he would act like he's like all cultured. I'm like, he's just a big baby.
Yeah, it's so gross. It's so gross when, it's like that's the same thing with Donald Trump always eating it's like, you're
McDonald's.
rich. Oh my God, you know what I would eat? I'd be having like a beef Wellington every night.
Like a nice steak with good veggies, but they're like, I can't eat green stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I don't eat veggies.
Yeah. It's like, it can only be brown and fried.
Oh my God, these men. It's like, how are you alive still?
I know. Fuck them. I'm like, I got like riled up.
Yeah, that one will rile you up. Well, Secrets of the Playboy Mansion, everybody. Welcome to Lady Journey.
It's on Hulu. I
It is
highly
on
recommend it if you're into want to know into the dark past. And
Yeah, watch that and then heal yourself by watching Love is Blind, because that's what I've been watching, and it is.
Is that the?
It's the one where they date blind
Okay.
on Netflix.
Yes.
And then they see if they can make it work. And it is so much drama. It brought me back to reality TV. I'm like, I forgot how much I love stupid people.
Oh, just mindless entertainment is just so nice to watch sometimes.
And
I
that's
like
like being sick when you just like, I was actually, when you told me you were sick, I was like, I kind of hope that I get sick. Like maybe from this, like right now. Because I
just set aside a week for yourself.
Oh my God, and just succumb.
Yes.
So,
it was glorious.
Oh.
I had a really, and then I just drowned myself in Theraflu.
But you're feeling better now, though.
I am. I still have remnants, but my whole body, I'm like rejuvenated. I've got the energy.
I love that. I could tell you're feeling good because when I came in, we haven't seen each other in a while. We just talked for an hour.
We did.
And let me tell you this.
Like, get this.
Yeah.
Although,
News.
I didn't have any gossip.
I had a little bit. And I will tell you, my fortune that I got from the Comedy Cellar Christmas party was bad. It was pretty bad. The fortune teller, I could tell, like, it was on the fence of, like, when you get a fortune, you're like, I feel like this person is just pretending to be a fortune teller. She had a very thick Long Island accent, which
they're
somehow,
always from Long Island.
She was like, you're a very superstitious person. Am I right? I'm like, I guess. I mean, I am here.
Sure. Yes.
She told me, I have a lot of baggage. I was like,
but
okay.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
What an easy thing to throw out there.
So easy. She said, I need to go in nature and let my baggage go like this. Phew. I was like, okay. And then she told me.
She wants you to litter.
Yeah, she wants me to litter. Just leave my old suitcase out there in the woods.
I would love for her to tell a baby that they have baggage.
Yeah. I see you have a long life.
You have baggage.
Right in front of you.
A lot of emotional trauma.
Yeah, she was telling other people that I was talking to the other comics, and she did say the exact same things to a lot of people. But, like, I was talking to, like, Ryan Beck was like, she said, I'm going to get a lot of money. I'm like, what the?
And then you're like, did you go back to her? You're like, Ryan Beck?
Yeah, he's gonna get a lot of money. Okay, she said, and then she said she saw a strong woman in his life, which was his wife. All I got was I have a lot of baggage. I've been spending a lot of time alone, which that was true. And she said when I'm with other people, it grounds me more. But she said that my big reveal was that she sees a pet in the future. I'm like,
ooh.
A pet? I don't want a pet.
That's so.
It's more baggage. No wonder.
You will have more baggage.
I know. Mike was like, well, maybe it's a baby. I was like, that's the only pet I would be okay with at this point. One that I feel that I need to keep alive.
I was thinking a baby is easier as a pet because you can bring a baby with you. And
a baby's like
don't have
allergies. Service animal.
Yeah, this is my service animal.
It's my daughter. She's wild. But anyway, welcome to Lady Journey, everybody. Welcome. We're so excited to be here with you. And we want to say, please like and subscribe on the YouTube.
Yes, touch that button.
Touch it away.
And we're excited. We got some new Patreon members. Yeah. I'm always excited because I'm like, How did you guys find out about us?
How'd you guys know? Our Patreon is growing and growing.
Yeah, and we've got exciting things. We're getting a new camera guy, and we're gonna we're gonna outsource, and it's going to alleviate our business duties so we can be more creative.
Yeah, we're really excited, and thank you to the people on the
We
Patreon.
are turning into white males.
Yeah, yes. The people on the Patreon are making that possible, and so I want to say thank you to the first person that's joined recently, Hobag. Love you, Bish.
Love that name.
Hobag, I'm giving you the agate slice, and this is giving you enhanced mental function. And this type of clear agate actually helps bring up memories from childhood. So maybe you'll have, I always have memories. Like I moved to New York in the summer, and when we get that first hot day, it comes back to me in a rush.
Yes. I always
exciting.
have, when I moved here May 15th, and I will tell you, every time it's May 15th, I get that same feeling that I had when I moved here.
Me too.
It's very fun.
Yes.
I really like that nostalgia feeling.
Like so much time has passed, and yet I still have so much life to live.
And yet I feel like I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm stuck.
I love it. I love it. And then we also have the Great Wardino. The Great Wardino, thank you for joining our Patreon. You are welcome. You're very welcome on this journey. And I'm giving you the Jade Lion, okay?
Oh.
And if you guys may remember this, I don't know if I've showed this piece on here before, but this was given to me by my old roommate, Terry. This is one of the several pieces of jade that she brought from me when she studied abroad in South Korea. So how cool is this? This came all the way from South Korea.
Nice.
Yeah. Skincare. Okay.
Yeah.
And this jade, this particular type of jade, carved jade, it will bring you harmony, and it's also very protective for your energy. So I hope you have a moment of harmony today. Great Wardino.
I feel like he's been rubbed a lot. He's very smooth.
Yeah, he's great for rubbing.
Yeah, he's a little tiger. A lion. He's a little lion.
Something. I don't know. I guess it could be. There's some hashing on there. It could be a tiger.
Could be. I was wondering because I was like, are tigers indigenous to Korea?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
I have no idea either.
Yeah, I know. It's like with pieces like
But
this
it
too.
doesn't
It's like I
matter.
guess it could have come from anywhere else too before it was there. But you
But
don't
I
know.
always
We
like
don't know.
attribute jade with Asia.
Yes, I think
Yeah.
it's there a lot.
I
I think it's there. It's over there. It's over there. Now, today we have a fun topic. Should we start with shaving?
Let's start with shaving because
Okay.
I feel like we kind of. This is really weird. This is actually like a very lady journey.
Yes,
And-
warm weather journey.
And I
for
don't
sure.
even think that we've talked about this ad nauseum, and it didn't even cross my mind to bring this up until lately.
I think this is such a fun journey because it's like I have just started shaving again for like the
Yes.
spring months, and you're like, oh yeah, this is a seasonal journey.
It is. Well, usually in the winter, because you're just wearing pants all the time, I don't really shave my legs unless it's like once a week, to the point where like it just looks nasty. And I can't get past that threshold where I know there's girls that have grown them out longer, and I think it's fine. And sometimes I'm like, it's cute. But I feel like I have hair.
I have pretty thick hair on my legs, so I'm like kind of the same. Like in the winter, I shave once a week just because it starts to bother me, and it starts to feel like, I think what bothers me actually is the dryness of the leg hair.
Yes.
That's what bothers me. Even though I do always, when I do my bath routine, I always use baby oil to keep my skin soft and supple, especially on my legs. But in the winter, the dryness of the hair always gets to me after like a week.
Yeah, and it always kind of like comes out as like a prickly pear.
Oh, it's prickle.
And so,
Big time.
But I kind of like rubbing on the texture for some reason. But it doesn't make me feel attractive, and I don't know why.
It's funny because I've
Are
never
we conditioned that way?
Yeah, I've never been with a guy that's been like, wow, your leg hair is really long.
No,
I've
and
never.
I would never date a guy that was like that.
No, I've never even been with a guy that's like, I like that your legs are smooth. I don't think that they notice at all.
No, but I remember a year when I waited tables like years and years ago in Texas. There was this guy that was like, he told me in a group that he makes his wife, if she hasn't shaved her legs, get out of bed and shave them. And I go, wow, you're like a really great person.
Like, you're holding it down, sir.
Like this, you're a fucking prick.
Yeah, like
fuck you. And also I'm like this, you're gross. And
Meanwhile,
you're a waiter at 28, even though I was too. But I was like, it's not like I think I'm in a great place right now. I'm like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like anybody, I just get annoyed when a guy is
brags about belittling his wife,
dictating how you should shave.
No. I know. I feel like a lot of us ladies now, we're like shaving for ourselves. Yes, we're shaving for ourselves. But it is funny to like think like, when did this all start? You know?
Yeah, I always thought that's my question. A lot of times I'm like, is this the patriarchy or is this just a personal decision? I think some of it is, and that's when we get to like Brazilian stuff and.
Well, yeah, it's like, is it the patriarchy or is it capitalism that they're like, oh, they'll buy this?
Yeah,
and you know?
Still fear into them. Yeah, I don't, because I get that way with like Botox. Like, is that something that men instilled on us, or is this just kind of a thing that we've all put ourselves into?
I know, like the whole message that we're getting from our country is like buying stuff makes you happy. And
yeah,
it's like, and it kind of does.
It does momentarily.
As someone who's been splurging lately, I just got my toenails done yesterday, and I just got my hair cut, and I'm like, I feel pretty good.
It makes a difference, because I have to tell you, I haven't cut my hair in ages, and it's really weighing on me mentally.
That's how I felt. My hair was just getting scraggly. I was like, I look like a witch in a children's book right now. My ends are not right.
Yeah, that I do feel like self-grooming is a thing that does make you feel better. So you should always do something that does make you feel better. But like, I sometimes do get annoyed with the labor of shaving.
Yeah. Well, what I was reading about it, they shaved in like ancient times, you know, like the royalty and stuff in like Egypt. They would just have like, you know, bare bodies.
Do you think Cleopatra shaved? Because she seem like the first femme in history?
I feel like they were probably just like into it, because I think they thought like body hair was gross. You know? But they started actually shaving, like the first people that really started shaving their legs were women in like the 20s, because that's when the skirts started getting higher.
Okay.
And then in the 40s, during the war, they were like short on the stockings.
Okay.
And so then people would just have bare legs out, and then that's when they would shave their legs, basically.
Okay.
Because before then, people did do like other different hair removals, like arm hair was a thing.
I can see that.
Like, which I mean, like shaving your arms, I'm like, who's got the time for that? I'm supposed to shave my entire body? Like, I can't.
Know. I've met girls that do it, but I have to tell you, if I did it, they would come back darker.
You think so?
I've heard that that's a myth, but I'm like, it's not. It's
my
true.
leg hair is pretty dark.
I'm a man.
I have like leg pubes.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, they're curly.
Well, I'll see like cute hippie girls when with unshaved legs, and I'm like, it looks great for you and you're cute, but they're doing other femme things that I feel like it balances it out.
I feel like, I mean, I will let my leg hair get like a little long, even if it's like shorts in the summer. Like if it's like a week or something and it's the summer, you're like, oh, well, I'll just wear like flowing pants or something, or like something where it's like I feel like no one's eyes are like drawn to your shin, you know? So I will do that, or I'll like let my arm hair get like a little like tuft of it.
Yeah.
But like,
I actually like armpit hair.
It's kind of cute.
I do. I don't think it's unattractive, but then Joe's like, ew. He thinks it's gross. But
Mike
I
told
think
me he likes
his
it.
is cute.
Mike told me he likes it.
I love that.
But I do shave my arms though, because I have a vicious BO, and I feel like
we've discovered that during COVID.
Yeah, I have vicious BO, so it's like when I have the hair, I'm like, somehow it feels like it makes it worse.
Yeah,
I'm like, I can't have anything that holds the scent. Now, I think it's funny though. I think it's like I think the shaving thing really is more just cultural, less patriarchal. But one thing I found that I think is so hilarious, it's like cultural shaving as well, is that like in the Elizabethan times they just only shaved their eyebrows because, you know, they had like a thing of like having high foreheads.
God,
so they just
I love beauty standards.
Isn't that funny? Like to us, we're like, oh my, what?
Psycho.
To just, could you imagine you show up at the party, your leg hair is long, your arm hair is long, and you have no eyebrows.
And I'm like, Katie, your forehead is magnificent.
Yeah.
So much real estate up there.
I'm like, my husband died from the plague. It's just me. So I don't know. I'm pro shaving, although I will say, like, I have gone like, you know, in the winter I've let myself go like a month.
Yeah. But when I shave though, I always miss a spot. I can't get it right. I don't know what's going on in the back of my thigh hair.
The back of the thigh. I know. I'm like the back of my thigh. I'll run
All
my
over the
thigh
place.
back. It's like a hair that's just 6 inches long that I've never got. I'm like, who are you?
I'll be like shaved my whole legs, go to the park, hang out with friends. I have my legs propped up, and then I'm my head between my legs, and I'm like this. Oh my God. It is wild back here.
Yes.
How did I miss this patch? It's a
Yes.
whole tail happening.
I've had the same experience where you like shave in a rush, and you look down and it's just like a strip of long hair just like along your calf, and you're like, I wonder if everyone can see that.
And then my knees, I've never gotten a clean shave on my knees. It's always just like a cheese grater on there.
Yes. It's either you get a clean shave and you're bleeding, or you just have like the bumpy prickles.
Yes. And then because of how much I hate shaving my legs, I've always had a soft spot. I feel bad for the guys that have to, shave every day for work. And
Oh yeah.
my dad shaved
Yeah.
every day. He never had a beard. I've never seen him with facial hair.
Yeah, Mike shaves like every 3 days, but I mean, he gets like the day he shaves, he gets a 5 o'clock shadow.
Okay.
And it's like prickly immediately. But the thing that they say about face shaving, which is why some women do it now, they have like the little tinkle razors.
I don't fuck with that because it's coming back thick for me.
Yeah. Well, they say it exfoliates the
I've
skin.
heard that, and that your makeup will rest better on it, but I actually prefer peach fuzz.
I always have a fantasy of doing it, but I don't think I have the wherewithal to not just like slice into my jugular vein. Or like, then I'll have the same thing of like I have peach fuzz on my mustache.
I have to pluck my chin hairs, and it's like whack-a-mole where I'm like, what? I just did them all. Why is this one here?
I have the same.
It's one side.
Yeah.
One side is fine, and the other side I'm like, and I do like playing with them.
I have chin hairs as well. Although I will say when I was on my hormonal high estrogen birth control, all my chin hairs went away. And I was like, wow, that it's working.
Yes.
But
Oh my God.
I have the same thing where it's like I get one chin hair. I like to let them get so long that I just pull them out. And so I'm just like talking to people like,
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'm always like, I can't, because it's a different texture than the rest of your chin. And you're like, ooh, fun, but gross.
Something's
I hope
going
no
on
one
over
noticed.
here. Yeah.
But
Hello.
I've had this lady come, she just started talking and her chin hairs were out of control. And I could not stop. I feel bad, but you were like, oh my God.
Wow.
Linda.
The eye just goes straight to it. I know, that's so funny. They always do those makeup tricks that are like, if you have a pimple, draw the eye away with some like flattering eyeshadow. It's like, that doesn't work. My eye's going right there.
Yeah. I am drawn to it. I also do a light nose hair trimming.
Oh my gosh. My nose hairs are so out of control. I have hairy nostrils.
I had a guy friend point it out to me and I was so fucking mortified. And also I was like, why would you do that to me?
That is not, you should never be like.
Do you ever have that friend where you're like, what's wrong with you?
You don't need to do that.
And Ari Shafir is one of them.
That was Ari Shafir.
No.
Hey, Sarah.
It was Jason Cantor. I don't mind naming names because they will own up to this. And I don't care.
They will never listen to this
but
podcast.
They are so funny where you're like, wild behavior you just exhibited right now.
Yeah, by the way, you're short.
Yeah. But I remember seeing in Euphoria Sydney Sweeney, who's so like, she's so pretty and cute.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, she's playing a high school student.
Right.
I saw there was a segment of her getting ready, her routine every day to get Jacob into her or whatever. And she was trimming her nose hairs, and it was so validating to me.
Yes, women have hair.
Yes, that I was like, thank you for portraying this.
Yeah, I know. It's so funny that it does almost become like the feminine to be like hairless, as though you're a cat, as though you're like a genetically enhanced cat.
I know. It's like, I just find it frustrating. You're like, it's a lot of work. Like the days that I realize I have to wash my hair and shave my legs in the shower, and I was like,
forget it.
I'll see you in about 4 hours, everybody.
Yeah.
And there goes the water bill.
Yeah, forget it. I know it's like a lot of maintenance shaving, and it is annoying. But I have to say, like, the one thing that I have done this 2 times, and for me, I'm like, this is the maintenance ceiling. Okay, like I cannot get a Brazilian. It is so expensive. It's so humiliating.
It's humiliating. It's unnecessary because I chose a guy that doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
About what I look
I
like
thought you were
down there.
talking about for your esthetician. I'm like, a man. I'm like, wow, very, very bold, very bold.
I've never met a man as like, I'm just really into Brazilian. I mean, is that even allowed legally?
Yeah, it's like a male gynecologist. Like, yeah, this was my calling.
I have one of those, but they always have to have a female nurse in the office.
Oh, they should.
Yeah.
They should. Those no.
But it is where you're like, you want to be like, what made you get into this? Kind of like photographers that only do nudes.
Yeah.
You're like,
something's
that's
wrong.
weird.
Something's wrong.
Yeah.
Well, there's a Brazilian wax place here in the neighborhood, and I thought this was so funny during COVID. They put like a big sign. It put like a big sign on their the little storefront that was like, "We are here for you, Brazilian Wax Astoria." And it's like, I'm so glad. Thank you for the support from my bikini waxer during the lockdown.
That guy that I told you that I was hooking up with when I was bartending in the hotel when I first moved here, he was I met him at the hotel. We started making out, but we didn't go any further. And then when I left, he was like, I want me to stay the night. It made me feel like a escort the next night. But he's like, I need you to make sure that everything's shaven down there or like taken care of. And so I didn't go get it waxed. And then the next day, I don't think I did it to his standards. And it made me laugh to think that like it's done, and he's like, you didn't do anything.
That's hilarious.
I just took it a little bit off the top.
You like just trimmed it a little bit. You still have a full bush. You're like, oh,
done, groomed. Like
well,
he wanted full, like nothing.
Like, sir, I don't have time for that.
And I remember just being like, I was annoyed because I was like, how dare you? But I still went along with it. But to this day, I'm like, fuck you.
Oh, it's so gross. It's like
to request. Can I not? And it didn't even dawn on me. Like, well, then I need you
to be a millionaire, because why would I do that for any other reason? Like, unless you're like insanely rich, and I'm like, I gotta lock him down.
Exactly.
By having my hair ripped out of my pussy, which is so painful.
And as you said, like. It's
an asshole.
Yeah, because they get it all. It's a violation. It's to a point because you're like, I don't necessarily want a stranger down there, but of course, all the times I've done it, they're always so professional, and it's like, it's at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. But you're like, I don't want to do it.
Out.
Yeah,
you start blocking it out. Yeah, you're like, that's a friend. That's a friend. Well, I did it one time, and I think I did it 2 times, and I was like, it was so painful that I was just like, I can't do this again. There's no way that I'm gonna. It's like surgery.
Yeah.
But I was gonna do it another time. I did make a video about this for Comedy Central Sex Fails, where, okay, on the podcast, full disclosure to the fans, I elaborated slightly, but I was going to do it.
Artistic liberty.
A little artistic liberty.
Suspension of disbelief.
Okay. If you see
the
Sex
tool.
Fails,
Come on.
it's fun. It's a fun one. But I was going to do it, and then I read that it's actually can be really dangerous in terms of like STDs, because when you're getting, your vagina is like so, it's just like there's so much skin down there that like hasn't seen the light of day. You're just getting wax like ripped off of it. You're getting
it's
a
in
lot
a bubble.
of, yeah, you're getting like micro tears all over your skin, and it's like that's how you get like herpes, HPV, like chlamydia, any other number of stuff that like you might have been okay. Like even if he's like going to use a condom, like there's still skin to skin contact.
Yes.
And so
it's a buffer.
Yeah, you need that buffer. And I was reading that like if you just buzz the hair, that's like better. But I remember I like showed up and it was like buzzed, and the guy was like, "What's going on?" It looked like
what do you want?
Yeah, like
that's all I do these days. Every now and then I do a buzz. If I'm going to
That's
the beach,
what I do too. Yeah.
I just do a buzz.
Do a little buzz.
I did one to I always buzz before I go to the gyno.
Yeah.
And
Out of manners. Out of manners.
Is it manners?
Yeah.
I'm always like,
They
what
sure
did they
look
do in the 70s?
Oh, they just had full bushes all the time. That was like normal.
Yeah.
But you know what? I have to say, like, in terms of grooming kit, I have been through, like, I will get like the women's razors at the store, like the little ones that are like $20 or whatever. I have been through razor after razor. They work for 6 months and then they break. I can't figure out what it is. I'm like, and I'm sure one of our amazing listeners is probably going to write in like, your hair's probably jamming it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be mortified that I'm even saying this, but like they're made cheaply. And I have to say, like, shout out to the Manscaping.
Yes.
That we got the promo from them, and I use that grooming kit for myself, and it's actually really good.
Yeah, I use their they send you a little, what is it called? A little buzzer, whatever.
Little buzzer. Yep, I use that one.
I like that, and then I also like their razors because it's metal and they give you the disposable tops. So then I feel like I'm good
less
for the
waste.
environment. But I do have to say the razors, I've been wondering if they do a good job.
It's so
Or
hard to tell.
Do I have to change them out more?
Yeah, I don't know I know that, like, I always get, like, the middle of the line, like, Venus, like, Gillette razors, you know? But I feel like I do also I end up using them too long. But then when I go to a new razor, I just end up cutting myself immediately. So I'm, like, afraid.
Have you ever used the double blades, like the pink daisies?
Oh, yeah.
Nicks everywhere.
Oh.
I'm just I'm just a cutter.
No, one time I was like at a hotel and I was just like on the road somewhere and I was like alone by myself and then just like flying off into my mind and I was like, I should shave. And I didn't have a razor. So I went to the front desk and I got just like the men's like Gillette with like
the orange one.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
My leg was just like bleeding everywhere. I'm like sleeping in like bloody sheets. I was like, why? What possessed me to be like, I should shave my body?
Well, you know, you're bored. And you're like, this is something that will make me feel better. And then you're like, I've ruined your sheets.
Yeah. And that's a lady journey.
That's a lady journey. And I also have to say, I am a conspiracy theorist. I do not think you need to buy expensive shaving gel. I find Dove soap.
That's what I use.
And I always get cheap conditioner and I use that as my shaving and it's so much cheaper.
So wait, take me through your shaving process that you do.
So yeah, I just do it about once or twice a week when I see like it's getting out of hand, particularly in the summer. And then I just use whatever cheap shit has been sent to Joe as swag through the Manscaping. I use their 2-in-1 shampoo conditioner as my shaving gel.
Oh, yes.
Or sometimes I get a big bulk of hair conditioner that will take me forever to go through that. I'm like, this is just as good. I can use this as a shaving and it's just as good as shaving gel and it's way cheaper.
Oh, that's great.
That's all I do. And then I just do my legs, but then my back of my thighs is my trouble area. And I'm like, I don't know. I have to go in every northwest, south, east.
Just shaving in a full circle.
I spiral in. I don't know what's going on back there. And it's inevitable. I will always have 1 or 2 long scraggles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't worry about those. The left behinds.
Yeah.
The leftovers.
No hair is left behind.
I do when I'm shaving. I'm a washcloth girly.
Yes.
Hashtag washcloth
I don't
girly.
use the loofahs anymore because those get mildew.
No loofahs, never. But when I'm shaving my legs, I go really hard on my leg with the washcloth just to really exfoliate if there's any dead skin on there. And I have really scratchy washcloths, and they're so great. You know, they're like sandpaper. Get it off. And then I actually used to use shave gel, but I always miss the hair. So I literally go on with Dove bar soap and I lather that and I shave with that. I just do that and it does not dry me because then as soon as I'm done, I do tons and tons of baby oil. And then like even later in the day, maybe I'll do like a little bit extra lotion, like before I go to bed or something.
Yes.
But my back of my thighs, I always go back to front, but I still don't ever get everything. And that's life.
Accept
it. Is
It is.
What it is.
I also like letting my leg hair grow as long as it can so I can get the best shave.
Oh.
Because because then you feel the difference, especially when you get into the sheets.
That's the thing about Brazilians that I always thought was kind of nuts, because like you get a Brazilian and then you have to wait until it completely grows out again. So it's like, if you're like, yeah, I like that. I like a woman with a like shape, like a fully bare pussy. It's like, yeah, well, you like her like that one weekend a month.
Yeah. And then the rest is like, you're getting 5 o'clock shadow all over your genitals.
Yeah.
Like just
prickly, prickly. And it's
harsh.
That feeling of like prickliness between your butt. You're like,
ew.
Now,
I don't, it is a weird sensation when you've shaved or like taken care of the hair in between your butt that you're like, what? It's
What's
like
happening?
A seal back there.
Yeah. I had a girlfriend who actually did do the electrolysis on her pube area.
Okay.
And so she went in for the treatments. This girl has a very high pain tolerance, let me just say.
I just can't.
She does listen, so shout out. I will not name names. But she's got hair, you know. She was getting Brazilians, and so she goes in, she gets the electrolysis. She said it just felt like someone snapping a rubber band against you, but she was like, you know, it wasn't that bad. I'm like, not that bad. Okay. But then, you know, now she does still have like a little bit of hair. But you know, it's like manageable.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like electrolysis. I didn't realize. I thought electrolysis, you just now you're bald forever, but it's like, no, you just have way less.
Yeah, it's like baby hair.
Baby hair.
Light.
Little baby hair.
I also like it when you get those razors that have the big foamy white.
Oh yeah, the big soap razor, yeah.
And then it's so jizzy.
I cannot use those.
I can't either. I'm like, I don't even know if this is touching my leg.
Yeah, I know. Like the hair is just getting stuck.
Yeah, it's like it's too much sensations happening that I can't tell that I'm like having success with it.
Yeah, that's what the funny thing about waiting to shave your leg hair too long is, like if you wait like 3 or 4 weeks and then you're like it just feels like a war, like getting through it. It gets all caught in the razor, and then you're just like freeing it, and then like your bathtub is just filling with water because it's clogging the drain.
When I had roommates once, I shaved my legs, and I like to do it sitting in the bath so I can, and then I do the razor in the water, and then afterwards I'll rinse.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sitting in gross hairy bath water, but I forgot to like be mindful and clean.
No.
And my roommate didn't know what had happened.
Oh my God.
And it was like he thought we washed a dog in there. I was so mortified, being like, oh my God, yes, that is me. It was because I was shaving, and I feel so bad that I had you stand in a bathtub that was like that. I felt so bad.
That's so funny.
But I used to get satisfaction when you shave, especially when you don't shave for a while and then you do shave. I like to bang my razor on the wall and see all the
new technique.
The shavings hit the wall, and you're like, oh my God, it's so gross.
That was me. I'm just flushing parts of me down the toilet.
Exactly.
Oh my
gosh.
Yeah,
it's disgusting, but
well, we got to do it. I mean, we got to do it, you know? We don't have to, actually. You
don't
can do
have
whatever
to.
you want.
I would like to try no shaving and see if I can be a cute hippie girl.
I think it looks cute on some people, but I also think like sometimes the armpit hair, like if you're not expecting it, like I think I like a little tuft, okay? Like a little tuft. I don't like you being like, hey, and it's like just your whole arm is overtaken. It's like at that point, like I'm a fan of grooming, okay? I'm a fan of grooming. I'm not a fan of like, you
Keep
know,
it tight.
we don't need to depilatate the entire body.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
But like, I just like a little something, you know, like give it a haircut.
It's funny. It almost feels like, do I give my friends a heads up when I'm going in that direction? Like, hey, everybody, I'm coming to the picnic. I haven't shaved my arms, so do not freak out when I'm like, hi.
Hey, guys, it's the new me, and I smell like patchouli.
I love patchouli.
Oh, my God. If you have your armpit hair grown out, you must be a patchouli girl.
You must. You must. That's the direction you need to go. Maybe I'll try that. We'll get into the next one on the next episode.
Okay.
This ended up being like more
shaving. We went there, and we have more journeys for you. So if you want to hear more journeys, go to our Patreon. You can pay $5 a month or $10, And we have tons of free stuff. We have a full free episode every week.
Yeah.
But if you don't feel like it, that's okay. We're really glad that you're here, and we would appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, give us a review on iTunes. We've had some amazing reviews lately, so we want to really thank the people that have written in for that. And if you write a review, take a photo, I will send you a spell kit.
Yes.
Lady Journey. Yay.